we have order blocks. We do know that order blocks are very, very powerful. This is what the market makers create every single day, and they use even previous order blocks to really expand price. And it's really critical for you to understand exactly where the order blocks really rely. Why? Because a order block, a fair value gap, a volume imbalance, a gap up or a gap down, those are areas in which price will definitely be traced back to it, and it will make a impulsive move after that, right? So it's really critical for us to have that. Right now, we have bullish and bearish order blocks that are going to be identified out of the box, and these are going to be represented in red and also blue rectangles. Again, the great thing about the settings that we currently have and the way that we do code the settings is that everything is flexible. You're able to modify it, and then on top of that, you're able to add your own custom input when it comes to the order blocks. Next is the consolidation pattern. So we just updated that, the consolidation pattern. So now you're able to pinpoint exactly where the consolidation is actually at. And again, aside from having a visual representation of that on the chart, we also have the dashboard, what Martin just covered. That is super critical because again, you never want to trade in a range. It's very, very tough to make money in a range. And knowing that and having that information available is only going to add more confluence and more insights when it comes to your trading plan. So that's another big key feature that we also added that we truly feel is necessary, because again, it's going to give you a really easy way for you to understand the range. And then from there, you can couple that information with the breakup structure, the fair value gaps, and the additional confluence that we have within the algo already.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. So now we're going to pivot and then go towards the chat. I'll start off by showing and talking about some of the features, how they work, what is needed. And then from there, we'll talk about the market structure, fair value gaps, breakup structure, breakup structure and change of character as well. So in order to make this interesting, let's go ahead and somebody drop a ticker. It can be futures, it can be Forex, just so we can go through an interactive session with everybody. And we'll get a few tickers in the chat. One of the things that we spoke about was the change in settings. So you can see here, and by the way, before I even begin, if at this point you have not yet updated your chart, if you have not yet updated your algo, I want you to close it out just like I did, go under indicators, and then go to the invite only scripts, and then you'll see level up algo. The moment you do that, the level up algo is gonna load right here, and then you'll see version 2.5 as well. So let's begin. I'm going to make my dashboard slightly larger so that we can pinpoint some of the features that we just spoke about. For example, one of the key features that we highlighted was this right here, the consolidation. I want you to pay attention on, as we do a couple of replays, what is going to happen to the dashboard or to that line the moment we start seeing price change structure or change trend as well. So I'm going to do a quick replay, and I want you to focus right here. Right now, you can see that what happened to the market. We went into a consolidation. So what happened from there? It started saying that we're in a consolidation. Then the moment we started breaking through the levels right here, what happened? It changed and said now we're in a bearish. Then once again, we consolidated, and then we went into a what? We went into a bullish consolidation. And then right now, I believe we're now back in a standard consolidation, or right now the market is just consolidating, as we would say. So that is how you can optimize the dashboard to trade every day in the stock market and be able to get that confirmation and confluence. Some of the settings as well that we went through, we spoke about the dashboard settings. Once again, when we talk about the orange color, the orange color is going to be your display settings. What that means is this will change settings for the dashboard. This will change settings for the trade panel, right? The trade panel. What I mean by the trade panel is this right here, your stop loss, your entry point, your take profits. And if you don't even know this by now, we have so many different designs on the trend panel. For example, if I'm using my phone, I like something smaller and I don't like seeing the lines. I use the shadow. The reason why I use the shadow is the shadow basically drops like a shadow in front of it. And the red line is your entry point and also your stop loss in that area. And then your TPs are obviously in the green. You get the same exact look and feel as well. In addition to that, you also have another great one that I like, if I don't want to see anything, is the progress bar. I'm a tech person, so I love things progressing and I love things kind of like in the loading area. And the reason why I love this indicator, or rather this setting, is I like things when they load or when they're going up. For example, if we're to do a replay, you're able to see this change direction. So if you're paying attention to the trend panel right here, you can see that as we're going up, what is happening? It's also shifting, it's adjusting. As price moves, this also adjusts. And of course, we have the floating take profit. The moment we hit TP3, we get a new entry point as well. So if you missed a trade, well, worry no further. With the level up algo, we have a floating take profit target as well. We have also the progress bar, which is what we just saw. And then we also have the floating. The floating is one of my favorites as well. What this basically is if you'd like less information on your chart, you are able to see from the point of when we went into that trade as a sell or as a buy. And then if you just hover over this, it tells you what happened as well. So these two are what we call our display settings. Then next, we have our momentum. We have the support and resistance. We have our swing points. We have the trend lines. We have the consolidation zones as well. Out of the box solution, you can see that we want the chart to be nice and clean and quiet for every single person. So out of the box, I've not added my support and resistance lines, but I can add them just by a click. I've not added my breaks, but you can add them as well, right? I've not added my swing points. I've not added my, short trend lines. These are all features that you can easily add onto the algo, but out of the box, we didn't want the chart to be what? Noisy, which is one of our number one things when it comes to the algo. We don't like the chart being noisy. And then from there, you can also paint the consolidation zones, but the consolidation zones, once again, you will see that these consolidation zones reflect, by the time this says consolidation, I promise you the chart right here is also going to say, or the dashboard is going to say that the market is also consolidating as well. Then moving on further south, that's where we start getting into our favorite concepts of the smart money concepts. Once again, that one as well, out of the box, it is not enabled. This is something you just need to go into the settings and enable it once. Once you enable it once on your chart and you save it, that will be consistent every single time you log into TradingView. In addition to that, moving further south, we have our advanced settings. Within our advanced settings, you now see that we start going into the trend catch, whereby now this ribbon right here, you can adjust it, right? You can adjust it, and then you can also adjust the whole bands right here. And you can say that I want my whole band to be based on the triple whole moving average, or I want it to be based on the exponential whole moving average, depending on your trading style. Then you can also adjust the length. You can also adjust the MACD, right? You want the MACD to be on a 12 or a 26, right? As well. We've spoken about the MACD multiple times on how it can help you. You can also indicate that I want my smoothings to be based on the MS, the moving averages, and be able to basically coordinate this